here we are. We're back. Twin City Trivia, the podcast, episode number 8. Our edition for Friday, March 13th, 2026. Welcome back. I can sense you out there. It's cool. When I close my eyes, I can see you sitting there listening. Another wonderful week of trivia for us here at Twin City Trivia. Hopefully, at least one night of wonderful trivia for you this week. And if not, then you are doing the right thing and getting a supplementary source of trivia here while you make plans for your next Twin City Trivia event, participation, however you want to define it. Teams of last week, los números unos, that's how you'd say that for sure. Sunday, marked safe from ice. They played with us at Boone's in Springfield, Illinois. Monday, our number one team was I Crave a Boone, playing at Parrots in Chicago. Interesting how that works out. Tuesday, our number one team, one of my regular teams, Winona's Big Brown Beaver, playing at Lil Beaver here in Bloomington, Illinois. Wednesday, our number one team of the night, a Spirited Bunch, playing at Spirited Republic in Lincoln. Now, you don't have to name your team after the venue you're playing at, but there's a non-zero chance that you might get some free drinks or shots. Not endorsed by Twin City, but perhaps by an enthusiastic owner. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm not saying it hasn't happened. On Thursday, proud, beautiful Celtic Queens brought it to us at Brass Pig as the number one team here in Bloomington. We were off on Friday, but on Saturday, You're a Quizzard, Harry gave it the number one effort at Casper Brewing here in Bloomington once again. On to our best team names. Boy, I wasn't lying when I said you saved it all for the last week of the tournament of team names, because this week I got 3 of them. Those were Antiques Chode Show. If you don't know what that means, ask a trusted adult. They should be able to help you out. They've been playing with me for a very long time, probably since I started essentially hosting. And never once did they win. But they came on Wednesday when I was hosting at Fiala Brothers here in Normal. And they were the number one stars of the show. They finally got their first win. Other team names, we have Redacted. Now, I saw what this team name was before it was redacted. It was pretty good, but I can't tell you. And, of course, the scruffy-looking Nerf Herders. Anything Star Wars will make it on this list. As far as announcements, our Make Us Laugh comedy show was a smash hit. Thank you, everybody who came out and supported. It was a packed house. Every seat was filled. And if you look at the pictures, a lot of people were laughing. As always, we continue to have special events throughout the year. Give us a follow on Facebook at Twin City Trivia. That link will be in the description because things are updating so fast. It's always better if you just keep an eye on our socials for things that are coming up. We like to announce things in advance, give you some time to take a look, see if anything fits your fancy. All right, with that out of the way, let's throw this thing on over to Rulebot for the rules. Take it away, sir.
Twin City Trivia, the podcast, puts players through 5 category rounds of 5 questions each, before ending on a final round consisting of one more harder question from each previous round. After 3 rounds, players will face a halftime challenge, brought to you each episode by a special guest. Scoring is optional. The fun, however, is mandatory.
Did you change it that time? Was something different? Maybe it's just me. Let's get into it. Round number 1 is called Actor Factor. Now, this is one of our game rounds. Answers in this round are going to consist of actors who have all acted together in a different film. At the end of the round, we'll see if you can name that film. Right, so that starts with question number 1. Since 2004, what actor appeared on every iteration of Conan O'Brien's talk show promoting various films, but always showing the same footage of a boy in a wheelchair falling off of a cliff? Number 2, Harrison Ford only joined the cast of Apple TV's Shrinking after witnessing what co-star's commitment to acting during his full frontal nude scene in 2008's Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Number 3, what actor-director has been at the heart of two of the biggest film franchises of all time, playing Happy in the MCU, while simultaneously creating Star Wars The Mandalorian? Number 4, SNL's digital shorts started with the tenure of what Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor who wrote and produced them with his Lonely Island bandmates? Finally, number 5, in her big breakout role, what actress and daughter of a legendary film composer further complicated Jim and Pam's will they, won't they storyline on The Office? All right. Answer time. Question number 1. Since 2004, what actor appeared on every iteration of Conan O'Brien's talk show, promoting various films, but always showing the same footage of a boy in a wheelchair falling off a cliff? Who would have thought? Look at us. It was Paul Rudd. Number 2, Harrison Ford only joined the cast of Apple TV's Shrinking after witnessing what co-star's commitment to acting during his full frontal nude scene in 2008's Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That would be Marshall himself, Jason Segel. Now, Harrison Ford agreed to do the show, and after he read the script, I was watching a video about this, he told the producer, Brett Goldstein, that this was the best script he'd ever read. And in this interview, Brett Goldstein said, I had to ask myself if he was being earnest because I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that's a pretty good script too. Number 3, what actor/director has been at the heart of two of the biggest film franchises of all time, playing Happy in the MCU while simultaneously creating Star Wars' The Mandalorian? That would be Jon Favreau. Number 4, SNL's digital shorts started with the tenure of what Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor who wrote and produced them with his Lonely Island bandmates? That, of course, would be Andy Samberg. Number 5, in her big breakout role, what actress and daughter of a legendary film composer further complicated Jim and Pam's will they, won't they storyline on The Office? She's the daughter of Quincy Jones, who wrote Soul Bossa Nova. That is the theme song from Austin Powers. But your answer was Rashida Jones. Rashida Jones. Also played Ann Perkins on Parks and Recreation. Now, what film starred Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, Jon Favreau, Andy Samberg, and Rashida Jones? That, of course, would be I Love You, Man. Maybe I should have added Geddy Lee or something to this round. Well, in another life, I'll do just that, and I'll remember to do it too. On to round number 2. Round number 2 is called Psilence. And that is going to be it for round number 2. Just kidding. That's pretty funny, huh? Yes, round number 2 is called Psilence. I spelled that with a P, by the way. And the letter P will be seen, not heard, in your answers. So your answers will not have you putting your lips together to say the letter P whatsoever. However, the letter P will be, it's a silent P. Does that make sense? Question number 1. In 1845, what medical term was coined by Austrian physician Ernst von Fuchtersleben to describe diseases of the soul that involve a severe disconnection from objective reality? Number 2, in the early 1800s, what autoimmune condition was first distinguished by the buildup of silvery scales on the skin? Number 3, while other books of the Christian Bible contain chapters and verses, what word derived from the Greek for song sung to a harp is used to refer to its collection of 150 hymns and poems? Number 4, Richard Bachman, Mark Twain, and George Eliot all have in common the use of what deceptive literary practice in which an author assumes a fictitious identity? And finally, question number 5, established in 1775, what federal agency is responsible for maintaining the United States waterways and operating the majority of its hydroelectric power plants? back to the top for the answers now for round number 2, starting with question number 1 again. In 1845, what medical term was coined by Austrian physician Ernst von Feudersleben to describe diseases of the soul that involve a severe disconnection from objective reality? That would be psychosis. Say, hasn't that car outside been parked there for a while? Number 2, in the early 1800s, what autoimmune condition was first distinguished by the buildup of silvery scales on the skin? That would be psoriasis. Number 3, while other books of the Christian Bible contain chapters and verses, what word, derived from the Greek for song sung to a harp, is used to refer to its collection of 150 hymns and poems? That word would be psalm. Number 4, Richard Bachman, Mark Twain, and George Eliot all have in common the use of what deceptive literary practice in which an author assumes a fictitious identity? That would be a pseudonym. Of course, Samuel Clemens, the real name behind Mark Twain. Richard Bachman was the assumed identity for Stephen King. And George Eliot was the real name of Marianne Evans. She was born in 1819, lived until 1880. So you can probably imagine why she chose that name. Finally, number 5, established in 1775, what federal agency is responsible for maintaining the United States waterways and operating the majority of its hydroelectric power plants? That would be the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Looks like the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which would be awesome. Round number 3 is called Crossword Corner. The way that this round is going to work, I'm going to give you the first letter of your answer. I'm going to tell you how many letters it is long, and then I'm going to give you your clue in typical crossword fashion. All right? Feel free to pause this, write it down if you need to, rewind as often as you need to. That's the beauty of doing it as a podcast. You don't have to ask me to repeat myself. You can make me do it in a screwed up Black Mirror fashion. All right, let's go ahead and give it a crack. Question number 1. Your answer is 2 words. It's 9 letters long, and it starts with a B. And your clue is Orwell's Life of the Party. The party there is capitalized, capital T, capital P. Number 2. Your answer is 1 word, 6 letters long, and starts with an S. Your clue is Pilot's Puget Sound destination. Number 3, your answer will be 2 words, 9 letters long, and starts with an H. Your clue is World's Smallest Car Maker? Question mark? Number 4, your answer is 1 word. It's 6 letters long and it starts with a G, and your clue is Fitzgerald's Baywatcher in 1920s New York. Finally, number 5, your answer will be 1 word. It'll be 5 letters long and it'll start with an A, and your clue is Levine, Devine, and Driver. All right, let's see how that worked out for you. Like I said when we did our Connections mini round last week, on Spotify at least, you can comment on these podcasts, I believe. Feel free to do that. If you didn't like the way that this round went, let me know, because I don't want to make you listen to it again or skip through it. But I will try out new stuff. I'll try anything as many times as it takes. That might not be true for everybody, so please let me know. Number 1, your answer was 2 words. It was 9 letters long and started with a B. Your clue was Orwell's Life of capital The Party. That would be Big Brother from Orwell's 1984. The face and life of the party. Number 2, your answer was 1 word. It was 6 letters long and started with S, and your clue was Pilot's Puget Sound destination. That was SeaTac the busiest airport in Washington state. Number 3, your answer was 2 words. It was 9 letters long and it started with H. Your clue was world's smallest car maker, ? Usually when you see a question mark, that means that they're not being fully earnest. It means that there's some kind of a trick to it. And indeed, that was the case with this one because I was looking for Hot Wheels. I was not looking for the size of the company. I was looking for the size of the cars that they make. Number 4, your answer was 1 word, 6 letters long, and started with G. Your clue was Fitzgerald's Baywatcher in 1920s New York. That, of course, refers to F. Scott Fitzgerald's Gatsby. Your answer there, referring to Jay Gatsby, looking for the green light over the bay. And number 5, your answer was 1 word, 5 letters, and started with an A. Your clue was Levine, Devine, and Driver. Those were all Adams. Adam Levine, the lead singer of Maroon 5. Adam Devine, actor, comedian, most known for his roles in Workaholics and I think the Pitch Perfect series, maybe. And of course, Adam Driver, one of Hollywood's homely hunks. All right, on to our halftime challenge. And for that, we're throwing it over to Rulebot. Let him know what they're doing, Mr. B.
Actor Adam Driver is a Marine veteran who started a nonprofit called Acting in the Armed Forces, which allows service members the opportunity to participate in theater while on deployment. For your halftime challenge, name 7 film or television titles that Adam Driver has appeared in. Time starts now.
Time is up for your halftime challenge. We were looking for any work by Adam Driver, but you had to name at least 7. Now, I'm 100% certain that you probably counted the Star Wars sequel trilogy as 3 distinct films, being The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. Well, I don't mind telling you that all counts for 1. Any Star Wars sequel trilogy film, I've got that there for number 1. So let's see what 5 other films you came up with. 2, we had House of Gucci, where he acted alongside Lady Gaga. Great pick for family movie night. Go ahead and take the parents out to dinner, get back, throw that on the 80-inch. You guys will have a blast. 3rd, I put Black Klansman. 4th, we had his movie 65. That was the sci-fi film where he ended up on a strange planet full of dinosaurs. Okay, now think about this. The movie's called 65, and he's on a planet full of dinosaurs. But he begins his journey by flying through space and getting lost. And then they had the audacity at the end, after they named this movie 65 and it's full of dinosaurs and he gets lost in space, they had the audacity to do this big reveal at the end of the movie. I'm going to spoil it. Sorry, it's not that great. You're not missing much. The end of the movie, they do this last shot on this mountain range with a plane in front of it. And this is what my Letterboxd review of the movie says as well. They literally go, oh yeah, and that little planet he was on, turns out that's a little planet that I like to call Earth. And then they show you a time lapse of the city of Denver being built. It is one of the silliest endings to a movie. Like, I don't understand why they would. Number 5, your movie was Ferrari. 6, I picked Marriage Story, where he acted alongside Scarlett Johansson. And finally, for number 7, I picked HBO's Girls, because he was very good in that. Well, he acted very good in that. He was not a very good person in that TV show. All right, on to round number 4. Round number 4 is called Trivia Math. And this one, I might be pushing it a little bit. This is another game round. But you let me know. So I'm going to mention 2 numbered subjects from pop culture, and you'll complete an operation to uncover your answer. So here's how this is going to work. For your example, the number of films in Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which is 9, plus the number of biblical deadly sins, which is 7. Now, I'm not going to tell you those numbers. You're going to have to know that already. But your answer is going to be those numbers added together. So it'll be 16 for the answer. We're not doing any algebra or long division or anything, but any of the big 4 of basic math. are fair game, so be ready to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Again, please feel free to pause it, write things down, rewind. Here we go. Number 1. I'm looking for the number of regular inhabitants at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles underground lair times the number of regular employees at the fictional Patty's Pub. Number 2. I'm looking for the number of shots fired at a military funeral tribute, plus the number of members in the K-pop group BTS. Number 3. We're looking for the number of years you have to live, according to Five for Fighting's 2003 single, divided by the number of books in the main Twilight series. So I'm not looking for things like Midnight Sun. Number 4. The number of this most recent Super Bowl minus the number of members of the Fellowship of the Ring. Both topics we've covered very recently, so they should be fresh in your mind. And finally, number 5. We're looking for the number of the Led Zeppelin album containing Stairway to Heaven times the number of Best Director Oscar wins by Quentin Tarantino. All right, hopefully you made it to the end of this round. Hopefully you didn't just turn me off and start listening to the Joe Rogan Experience. And I hope that for multiple reasons, but mostly because I want you to listen to me instead. Let's go ahead and see what numbers we came up with here. Hopefully you had everything in mind correctly, because right off the bat, I hit you with what I was intending to be a trick question. The number of regular inhabitants at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles subterranean lair times the number of regular employees at the fictional Patty's Pub. I wasn't asking how many Ninja Turtles are there. I was asking how many guys live down there. So of course the 4 turtles plus Master Splinter, so 5 times the number of regular employees at the fictional Patty's Pub from It's Always Sunny. That would be Frank, Dee, Charlie, Mac, and Dennis. So 5 times 5 is 25 for your answer to number 1. Number 2, the number of shots fired at a military funeral tribute, plus the number of members in the K-pop group BTS. That would be a 21 gun salute, plus the 7 members of BTS, equaling 28. Number 3, we were looking for the number of years you have to live according to Five for Fighting's 2003 single, divided by the number of books in the main Twilight series. Now, Five for Fighting says you have 100 years to live. And Stephanie Meyer wrote 4 books for the main Twilight series. 100 divided by 4 equals 25, so another answer of 25. Number 4, the number of the most recent Super Bowl minus the number of members of the Fellowship of the Ring. Just celebrated Super Bowl 60. Well, maybe you celebrated Super Bowl 60. And of course, the Fellowship of the Ring, we had Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin, Gimli, Gandalf, Legolas, Aragorn, Boromir, 9. So 60 minus 9 is 51. Finally, number 5, the number of the Led Zeppelin album containing Stairway to Heaven times the number of Best Director Oscar wins by Quentin Tarantino. Ladies and gentlemen, anything times 0 is 0. Stinky. You don't talk about Paul Dano like that and don't get roasted on my podcast, big boy. All right, make another movie. And of course, the number of the Led Zeppelin album was Led Zeppelin 4. That's the one with it's the picture of the guy with sticks on his back. That contains Stairway to Heaven. So 4 times 0 is 0. Round number 5 is called Letterboxd International. Now, different cultures respond to different types of marketing, and that's how you end up in the wacky world of film title translations. So So for each question, I'm going to drop some details in the English translation of a film, the way it was marketed in another country. You're going to give me the American title of the film. Okay, makes sense? Let's get into it. Number 1. This 1994 film starred Jean Reno and Natalie Portman. And in China, it was marketed using the title, "This Hitman is Not as Cold as He Thought." Number 2, this 1999 film starred Carrie-Anne Moss and Lawrence Fishburne, and in France it was marketed using the title "The Young People Who Traverse Dimensions While Wearing Sunglasses." Number 3, this 1995 film starred Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, and in Taiwan was marketed using the title 1995. Fantastic. That's really what it was called. 1995, fantastic. Number 4, this 1977 film starred Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, and in Germany was marketed using the title The Urban Neurotic. Number 5, this 1998 film starred Adam Sandler and Kathy Bates, and in Thailand was marketed using the title The Dimwit Surges Forth. All right, back to the top. Let's see what those movies were called in America. Number 1, this 1994 film stars Jean Reno and Natalie Portman, and in China was marketed using the title "This Hitman is Not as Cold as He Thought." This was Portman's first big gig in acting. That was Leon, the Professional. Number 2, this 1999 film starred Carrie-Anne Moss and Lawrence Fishburne, and in France was marketed using the title "The Young People Who Traverse Dimensions While Wearing Sunglasses." That would be The Matrix, one of my favorite documentaries. Number 3, this 1995 film starred Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, and in Taiwan was marketed using the title 1995. Fantastic. That was The Shawshank Redemption. Now that is one of the films that I would consider to be stand-up cinema. It's one where you walk into the room where it's playing, and you just stand next to the TV and watch it. 30 minutes, no big deal, commercial breaks, whole time. Standing there watching it. That's also great incidental watch with dad material as well. You walk into the room and your dad's watching TV. He's flipping channels. Shawshank's on. Boom. Hit the couch. Hour and a half. Shawshank Redemption. Andy Dufresne. You got it. Number 4, this 1977 film starred Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, and in Germany was marketed using the title The Urban Neurotic. They should have called it The Pet.
Your answer is Annie Hall. Let's just say, at this moment, our host is making some highly accurate, yet legally dubious observations about Woody Allen. Enjoy these nature sounds instead.
And finally, number 5, this 1998 film starred Adam Sandler and Kathy Bates, and in Thailand was marketed using the title The Dimwit Surges Forth. That would be the title of your birth video. Got him. That was a little mean. No, it was the title of The Water Boy. My mama said that alligators are so ornery because they got so many teeth and no toothbrush. I didn't know that until I watched that movie. All right. On to the final round. And as you know, it's going to be one final question from each previous category. So let's waste no time reminiscing about how awesome those rounds were. Starting with round number 1's Actor Factor. Now, remember, this is an actor who has appeared in I Love You, Man. Here's your question. A viral selfie made rounds on the internet documenting the vascular muscles of which Whiplash actor who at 69 years of age claims to be in the best shape of his life? Number 2 from round number 2's Psilence. Remember, you'll be writing a P, but you won't be sounding it out. In the 18th century, what two-word French term entered the English language to describe a sudden, violent seizure of power from a government? Number 3 from round 3's Crossword Corner. Answer is one word. It's going to consist of 6 letters. It starts with V. Your clue is works with hooks and loops? Question mark. Number 4, another brain buster from round 4's Trivia Math. Here's your clue. The number of Ronin that avenged their dead master in a 2013 Keanu Reeves flop, minus the number of episodes in each regular season of Kiefer Sutherland's real-time Fox drama. Finally, number 5 from round 5's Letterboxd International. This 1999 film starred Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie, and in Japan was marketed using the title 17-Year-Old Girl's Medical Chart. All right, once more upon the brink for our answers to the final round. Starting with number 1, a viral selfie made rounds on the internet documenting the vascular muscles of which Whiplash actor, who at 69 years old claims to be in the best shape of his life? That will be J.K. Pictures of Spider-Man Simmons. Actor J.K. Simmons, your answer. Number 2, in the 18th century, what two-word French term entered the English language to describe a sudden violent seizure of power from a government? That would be a coup d'etat. You might have read that as coup d'état. That is pronounced coup d'etat. Number 3, round 3's Crossword Corner. Answer was one word, 6 letters, and started with V, and your clue was works with hooks and loops? Question mark. Now, that sounds like the work of a producer or DJ, possibly, but that is actually Velcro. That's how Velcro works. Hopefully you got that. Question number 4 from round 4's Trivia Math. The number of Ronin that avenged their dead master in a 2013 Keanu Reeves flop, minus the number of episodes in each regular season of Kiefer Sutherland's real-time Fox drama. That movie was 47 Ronin, and it's a real-time drama. It's called 24. Each episode is an hour long. 24. So 47 minus 24 equals 23. Should be your answer for number 4. And finally, number 5 from round 5's Letterboxd International. This 1999 film starred Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie, and in Japan was marketed using the title 17-Year-Old Girl's Medical Chart. Really, bro? That's how they got the Japanese guys to go see this thing in theaters. That would be Girl Interrupted. Well, my friends, that is going to take us into the end of our program for today. I thank you so much for listening to the end. Of course, just want to thank again anybody who came out to make us laugh last Saturday. Like I said, it was an awesome time. Until the next time we meet, be well, be safe. I love you.
This has been a production of Twin City Trivia, in collaboration with Middle Tropic Media, copyright 2026. All questions are the sole, intellectual property of Twin City Trivia. Any unauthorized use is forbidden, and punishable to the fullest extent of my Black Vector CL-20 anti-personnel rockets. And the law. Remember, your friend Rulebot says, always, follow the rules.